hands. So all of that said and set up, we're getting everyone on the server now. We just had another server update, so we're about ready to get into the action. REG gonna close it out, guys? Yes or no answers?
Yes.
No.
I'm going no. Have the
All
faith.
right.
Hold the ship.
Well, we're about to find out, guys. It's Inferno.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's start with the paiN T side, shall we? A nice little treat to kickstart this final map of the series. Lots of alt mid aggression. And now just silence. They get up towards the apartments, but they send the bomb in through the lower tunnel, and that's now grouped up towards Banana. PKL. We'll move into apps eventually. Double setup. Oh my god. Bad round for an apps drop. Let me tell you. The one strat you don't want to run right now is an apps drop.
Oh my.
And so, obviously, and perhaps naturally even, paiN are leaning into the apps drop cool. You couldn't make it up. This is
like
about
Stan
to be
watched the demo, and now it's just playing out exactly as he saw it coming. This is the setup for it. There's the CZ. Only one? Okay, PKL. All right. All right, starting early here. Gets the dink onto Stan in the graveyard. Might make it live up to its name, and indeed he does. Perfect setup. Perfect read. Perfect position. None of the kills.
No patience. That's the difference, right? They push in. It'd be one thing if they had a flashbang. Cert gets 1 for 1. And then the guy after him just gets melted. That is a bit of a conundrum for EG. Holding on could have certainly been nice for them there with that setup. Now this retake, an impossibility. Obo with the kits. Him and me, who as B players, that's a cool combo, right? The firepower fraggers of the last map at least. But out of the action in this round. Obo will die with the kit, and me, who just saving his armor at least, leaves paiN going 1-0 up.
I do like PKL getting on the board early.
Oh!
That's
Mid-air!
okay. Hop and Glock. That's the hop Glock pop.
Oh my, he fired one bullet and it hit him in the head in the air. Couldn't write it. Well, no armor save for me, who is going to have to be the force buy here for EG.
Was trying to say before that stunning Glock shot. PKL was another one of those players who've been very quiet on Vertigo, so it's just pistol kills, but still nice to start that number going positive early. Get the juices flowing. You guys big juice fans?
Yeah, I had some raspberry juice earlier.
Wait. All right.
It's raspberry and cranberry. It's a bit of both.
All right, so you've at least got something. I was gonna say that's a lot of raspberries to make 1 cup of juice.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I didn't make them myself. It was in a bottle. You know, I'm not stomping on raspberries.
Yeah, do you guys have that yet in America? You can buy like pre-bottled juice. It's like a whole.
We do have that
cool,
technology.
actually.
We do have that technology. Although in the US, you have to be careful whether it says juice or fruit-flavored drink.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wait, is that real?
Yeah, they can get away with anything over there.
No,
they
actually,
can put,
they
like,
can.
Radium in their
No,
chocolate.
there's
like,
rules.
well,
There's a rule
you
about how
ace
much
it, guys.
actual fruit needs to be in it for it to be fruit juice versus fruit drink. If it's fruit drink, there's not a lot of juice involved.
Fruit flavored liquid.
Whenever I, like the amount of times I've had anything from America and it's just got lead in it and it'll have a lead warning and I'm like, that's cool. I'll eat some lead.
What are you buying that has a lead warning in it from the US?
Unbranded energy powder.
Well, yeah.
Like
We won't
energy
say that,
drink.
yeah, but you know, just a form of powdered energy. Now that sounds dodgy.
Yeah, it's a drink.
I was gonna say you're not
it's a-
inspiring me with a lot of confidence.
It's a drink
Does
right?
that have more
But-
to do with the US or more to do with your purchasing decisions?
Yeah, no,
In
I've
Europe, it
bought
doesn't
the
have it,
the
yeah.
EU one, no lead allowed, no lead.
We don't
But-
allow our citizens to eat lead.
But like in America, you're allowed
How are
to
you
eat
gonna
lead,
get
just but
superpowers?
just the right
Look,
amount of
that's
lead.
your God-given right to eat lead.
How are you gonna mutate superpowers if you don't feed your kids some lead every once in a while?
Well, right now, EG are going to be eating lead in a second. Oh, Stan, he's dishing out high in supply, but even flashed out hard our trade. So it keeps things fine and dandy for now. Rotate to B. EG throwing bodies are the problem. It's a
Hugo,
nice,
if you're-
cool.
If you're in search of a personal sponsorship, I think you should hit up Segway. Because these are phenomenal.
Segway, like the
Yeah, like the little car for your feet.
Little
yeah, the
motor
car for
scooter
my
thing.
feet. Wait, why would I hit them up?
Because you're brilliant at the segways, man.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm used to getting Harry back on track. Or just completely changing the
Well, now I'm
direction.
really going to give you a challenge, Hugo.
Okay.
You can't go around making claims like that. Normally, I'm pretty on the ball, but everyone's making out like I'm just some amateur or something over here. Now, look, right out into top mid for paiN Gaming. It's a bomb site looking like a big, tasty, leady beverage that they just can't wait to slurp down. Yeah, you feeling all strong now because all that lead's in your system. Not even a nuke can beat lead if there's enough lead. If there's enough of a lot of things, nukes might have a hard time. I don't know where does the strength of a nuke lie?
Can't kill cockroaches, so that's something.
So what is it good for, really?
Well, I'll let that hang. I don't really know, Harry.
Hugo, should
I
we
mean,
try and build a nuke at home?
It was good for paiN earlier.
Hey, that's
Do you
full
think
circle.
people would show up at the house if I kept
house, you mean?
googling how to build nuke?
Yeah, I'm gonna disconnect you from the internet before you do that. You can do that.
I
on your
doubt you
data.
can just do it though with like you nip down Sainsbury's, you buy like some uncut uranium.
I think there was a story of a guy who built a nuclear reactor in his garage. Not a weapon, but literally a
Yeah.
nuclear
Well,
reactor.
anything
How'd that go for
nuclear
him?
can be a weapon, can't it? Really? It doesn't take much, right? One wrong math, and suddenly a nuclear reactor is a nuclear bomb. So maybe we don't build that.
Don't give
Man in
anyone any
Ohio.
ideas.
I could do it with the microwave. I'm gonna give this a serious look in when
Okay.
we're not on air.
For the last time, Harry, putting a fork in the microwave is not a nuclear reactor. Yes, it crackles. Yes.
You broke him. Contact up short. The AWP is looking at long, so they're going to get him for free. They've just got to clear Obo out. Will Stan cause a problem? He's tucked, so it is really all on Obo right now. Everyone's baiting him. Sorry, Obo. Good luck. They don't clear him. It's perfect. It's exactly what EG wanted. Stan gets one before they fall on his head, and the same for Obo. He is also gone. Hard down, biggest error, making it a 2v1 situation. Miho on the retake with no kit. There might be one dropped in the site right now, but time is still of the essence.
I mean, who's creeping? They've got the perfect crossfire for this, though. He looks one way, he's going to get cut down from the other. They just have to not give him the fight, and they walk around. And there he goes. Shot in the back. He's going to eventually have to clear an angle, pick one, lose to the other. It's just how it works out in paiN Gaming. Gonna further their lead early on here. Should be another eco up in the next. Now, I will say, we've had at least one eco lost for paiN a map. So perhaps now's the time for Evil Genius.
Yeah, maybe. Bit of investment. They don't save the AWP on the T side. Might also be because of the fact that pistols are coming, right? But also T side Inferno, probably the most AWP vacant half. Is a way of putting
Why
it.
did every one of those words sound like it was a question, Hugo?
I didn't know where I was going.
Maybe the least or vacant? Yeah, sure, man. There's a vacancy for AWPs on the T side.
Thanks, Harry.
Signs up in the window. Apply within. And look at this, right? Bit of banana control taken by paiN. But they don't want to settle into a B play just yet. And this decision to wait around in middle, maybe it nets them some kills on this mid stack. There's a little grenade. But they will go back towards banana. Or at least, you know, a banana-flavored side of the map as they move on up. Mihu, all alone. And the round, well, probably paiN's, isn't it? I don't want to... I hate spoilers. But this is looking like a save.
I mean, this is less a spoiler and more when the book's so obvious that you know how it ends from the first chapter. It's one of those. No twists in this one. Pretty straightforward. It was the butler all along. You knew it had to be. And it is going to be the round win for paiN. Maybe Mihu can get a kill here. He's still in towards the church, trying to get the exit. There's the 5-7 and the deagle around. Maybe drop a rifle, steal it away. No, they've gone the right way. They've left. They've given them nothing to work with. No guns to be shot by the bomb towards their opponents. They've been very safe and secure with it, and not even bothered with the fight. No temptation to hunt. No nothing. Just the 5-0 on the board, and they'll be very content with it.
They're 10 alive. Rare to see that one, but if there were any map, it would be Inferno. And yeah, you're going to save your armor for a bit more oomph in this one. Upgrading to guns now or EG. A little bit cheaper, hence the save. So more utility available. And the kits. Those retakes are now on the board yet again. 5-0, as you said, though. And yeah, paiN laughing right now. Let's see if they can keep it up. Got the quick ult take. Meanwhile, EG with a triple B, throwing in the util. This was never a place that paiN wanted to take anyway, so they're absolutely fine with this. They're going to set up early in A. If they can get this mid control back, push EG out of the area, that would be nice, and that's exactly what they have in mind. Smoke on long, and they're just going to take the site. Only 2 CTs here. They're scrabbling. Rotates right now. Breezy can't see through the smoke. He tries to go over, and he does get a kill. Teammate's still alive in the pit, but not for long. Mihu is cleaned out, and now in a 2v4, a 3v4 rather. They're going through smokes. They're pushing on both sides. Plant cancel. They go back for it, and they get denied. Obo is making this round interesting, but he will fall at the hands of a Big Azera, and Cert gets no further. 6-0 for paiN. I love the speed, even though they're caught a little off guard by some of those, smoke pushes from those B rotates. It was really the only option EG had. They were so out of position for that triple B. They had to give it a go.
Gonna buy in here. Starting to get very concerning if you're an EG fan. This one going to be lackluster. Scout out, Famai in play. Just a couple. Not terrible. It's viable. Fast play towards B. Oh, so blind is Obo. He's burning. He's dead. He's done. He's dusted. Do they realize the third player's here? It's a good read if they do. Seem to have some awareness of it. They're preparing for Stanislav to make some kind of a move, but he is going to be able to catch one playing around the smoke. Oh, does more. And keeps this round in the realm of possibility, but Breezy dropping. That should just about put the nail in the coffin. Cirque with a scout. Gives a free shot over. But this still should be dire. They know where he's at. They should be able to move to the other side. They're going back to get the bomb to do so, and even gets dinked on the exit. Nothing doing here for Cirque. He's just kind of trying to race around, trying to isolate somebody, something, anything, and he will find Nekias. That should be a gun he can save. At the least. An AK, which he's missed.
Yeah, that'll slow down the rotate, but yeah, like you said, save feels like the answer here for Cirque. Too far, no kits. And man, paiN Gaming, 7-0.
Like we all expected.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad I picked them not once, but twice.
Hang on, wait. Weren't you pro EG, Hugo?
Not once, but twice.
Ah,
he doubled down.
Yeah. Yep, see,
My
doubling
mistake.
down on EG. Now that's a known risk.
See, you guys, you and Richard made the mistake of using your brains in the predictions. Predictions, it's all about the heart.
Never again. Never again.
I seriously,
Like, me and you are pro paiN gamers, right?
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, we've had our fair share of pain in our lives, you know. Made us experts.
I mean, you don't know my story. You know, maybe I've had a great life,
I can
actually.
hear it in your voice.
No,
I can see it in your eyes.
Plus, like, I was born ginger, so of course, like, naturally, school was hell. And so my whole adult life is just kind of, you know, figuring out ways to slowly exact revenge on anyone who was mean to me about that.
The long con.
I haven't got any solutions yet, but if you've got any ideas, I'd love to hear it. Look at Mihu on his aggression. Never mind. Oh, beautiful from PKL, keeping the game flawless. Couldn't ask for more out of paiN Gaming.
You know, as a fan here, I feel like I have an angel and a devil, one on each shoulder, right? One of them for EG, very sad that an NA team is underperforming, having a rough map here. The other one, as a guy who casts a lot of Premier, says Premier team beating an established pro veteran. Ooh, we like that.
Yeah, certainly spicy, right? Throws a spanner into this group as well. EG, the one non-Brazilian representation. Don't want to be the one team not making it out of the group, but might not be down to them. Not if they keep up this performance. Ooh-wee! 8-0. Orbs out on Cirque. Someone's got to show something. Something's got to give. And Mihu, the one man who's been consistent as well, is 1-7. Not always been in the right position to have effect in this game yet, though. That could be the CT side of Inferno. So many rounds are going to be decided by your teammates, and you won't even get a say. Still gambling with these triple Bs.
These T-side mollies are so deep. There was a molly, there wasn't anyone even in position all the way around towards lane. Just to push Breeze back into the pit. Oh, there we go. Stanislaw gets the one. There's the second as well. Control established towards Banana. That side of the map is shut down. Now, they've only seen two. I think if they'd seen the third, they might have just gone into a quick A hit. We've seen that response before, but without spotting the third player, they don't know about it. So they're going to slow things down, pump the brakes here. Are paiN and EG. Pole position to finally put a round on the board. They need to do so. Mihu limps away from that engagement, but he gets away with another kill, and now it looks so good for the boys on the CT side.
Flash back in. That's a second re-aggression at Banana. The nade is going to be interesting. It's done some damage to Neckers, but they're still not swayed away. That smoke, however, might decide for them. They only have one bit of util to get through a smoke for CT spawn, so Stan should be cut off, but they might just contact here to not give away this play. No one's peeking from the site. It's only this contact cross from Stan. But if he is smoked off, the pressure is going to be on Mihu at the back of B. There's the smoke, but the cross comes through as it blooms. Stan knows where to shoot, and Mihu closes the round, putting EG finally on that board with one. Better late than never.
Hell of a way to get the first, though. 5 up, barely any damage taken. That's a shot in the arm for the CT economy. Give yourselves a chance here to at least run it back, make this a close half. We've seen them do this on both maps, really. Have a bit of a rough start to a half and then manage to bring it back. The problem is this time it was 8-0 as opposed to the usual 5-2, 5-3 type affair. So this one's a bit trickier to defuse.
Oh, holding for a mid-peak. Breezy's already down. Oh, traded after one, but Cirque's kept it in the advantage of EG. That's a big AWP kill out of Cirque. Yeah, a little bit more like that, mate. Oh, little hiccup interrupted me mid-sentence. Maybe there's still a chance for EG. We can have them trading these kills out, right? Cirque done in that AWP, makes his presence known. And so will paiN try and avoid him? They start to take Banana. They're also working the apartments with Big Zera. This is one of the best starts to a round EG have had in a long while. And so they're hoping to do good on this, chain a couple of rounds together, maybe break the money of paiN. Suddenly they're right back in with a chance. This B play looking like it's going to come down to the two players here for EG and Mihu and Obo to try and hold on. They've got a Molotov as well, so that's going to come in handy, right? The utility's now raining over. Mihu drops that molly, buys a little more time. First man's in ahead of the Molotov.
What?
And Safi will deal with the CT peak from Mihu. It's left to Obo, back of B-side, behind the pillar. Flash is raining in, and Obo takes them all out of the round.
He didn't see two of them. I mean, he saw them go through, but on taking the shots, he's just spamming the smoke. Mihu swaps places with a player, and Obo covers him and gets that kill. Mihu still dies, but that could have been a coffin wrap that would have been really, really helpful for paiN.
Must be hard doing his hair using that webcam, though. You can see him there. He was like looking at it.
Yeah, when your entire face turns to like one big blob, one big pixel, doesn't really help.
Well, when the screen tears and splits him in half, he knows exactly where to part it.
Well, up until this point, it was EG that were getting split and torn in half. I'm bringing it back. That's called a segue, Duff. If you,
I like it. I like it. Not the what was it? Personal cars? Was that what it was, Harry?
The what?
Cars for your feet? What did you describe a Segway as earlier?
Cars for you, well, yeah, you know, like wheels for your feet, but not like Heelys, like, because Heelys were manual, this is automatic. You know, it's all fairly technical, Mike. I wouldn't want to be touching upon that now. Tune into my TED Talk next week, though. I'll be really breaking
why
it down.
Heelys can come back. TED Talk.
Heelys. Cars for your feet.
And airport travel has never been so easy.
Well, like, you know, I always just think cars are mechanical horses. Like in reality.
Oh, 3
And
players here.
Horses
All
are
lined
flashy
up.
cars.
Well, nowadays...
Fleshy cars.
Ooh,
That car?
hang on a sec. Yeah.
One goes down. All right, back to your fleshy cars.
Please save it. No, please save it. Go.
Yeah,
Trying to drag us out of this into the
It's
action.
a
It
good
does seem
round
like
to pay attention.
Hit's gonna come through. We're gonna have a little bit of a boost up here on the second oranges. Utilities flying in, though they might catch these players repositioning. No, they're actually okay. They're actually okay. The timing's worked out very nicely for EG. paiN kind of pumped the brakes at the worst possible moment. Now they're gonna execute, but more utilities gone through. These flashes are good. They catch Stan. He gets nothing, and the 2 site players are washed. Cirque's in the angle. He does catch one, but now they know he's here. He needs to get more. He cannot do it. Cannot connect. They're trading down the line, but that's going to be 9 for paiN, and that's all they need. At this point in the game, with the lead that they've already built, they don't care if these rounds are pretty or if they're ugly. It doesn't matter. You just need to put a few more notches on the board.
Yeah, they've always had a really nice game plan, right? Right there, everyone's in banana. They're just getting ready to execute. EG never had the info that there were 5 until it felt like it was too late. A nice try from Cirque with a quick shot in spawn, but still a paiN round, 9-2. And after a couple in a row for EG, they get the money broken again, so they have to win this gun round or they're back to nothing. Cirque starting strong, finds Safi in middle. Back to the standard of Obo and Mihu at B. Stan has been here from time to time, probably helping the new players settle in. Cirque's got the AWP here as well in case things get scary. Meanwhile, it's paiN holding middle, but not forever. They are going to group back for the B execute. They did just win them around, and it's a good round to do it in, right? You got 4 on 5. You're not being offered up a trade. EG are playing passive A site. You still have banana, and so just executing into what you assume to be a 4 on 2 is the right call. Cirque is going to be here quick, but not here quick enough. Obo flashed out Mihu back of the boxes as well. They're going to hunt him down. He's not even ready for them to be in. And Obo could take advantage of the spray, but can't connect the shot to that player. Cirque firing off his AWP, but the bomb getting planted. And now the retake is on in even odds.
EG is still grouping, still looking to give this a go. It's not going to be an easy retake, I can tell you that much. You got a couple of flashes to try and get you in, but that is really the extent of it. You're hoping the individuals come up big, and Stan getting the opener. That was at least a nice little entry into this round. However, the finishing touches have been applied by PKL and co. Him and Big Zera looking to get this one over the line. Cirque is left running to save, takes all the players out of the round, and gets away with the AWP. Regardless of that, though, a nice save. It's still 10 on the board for the boys on paiN Gaming.
Yeah,
This T-side couldn't get better.
I just love watching bigazera play. He's so flashy, man. Like, he realizes things getting a bit dicey there, so he just hunts the spawn player and puts him out of the sightline of the coffins retake. 2 players coming from that position. If he's dead, then they can get on the bomb. No, he just hunts, just chases down Breezy and spawn.
Well,
so,
yep, another pause coming in for paiN, and I gotta say, this is shockingly bad for EG right now. You know, 2 rounds on the CT half, just lost another. Very hard to get that economy rolling, and how much more can they realistically afford to give up here?
yeah, 10 rounds T-side Inferno. I mean, your job is done, right? How often do you see this come through? I'd like to see some more aggression for EG, either taking banana with util or getting down mid. They've had success off of that mid play. Cirque is such a good supporting AWPer when you want to make those ult plays and push Breezy down the bench. Right now, what a pace change. The full W hole for bigazera up banana, but he gets met by an HE grenade, and it's got his name on it. PKL getting tagged on his retreat as well. So the fast pace up B into nades didn't work.
Yeah, so much utility expended there to kind of halt that. So sure, they do damage to PKL. They take bigazera out of the equation. It was very costly to do so, and it's not a great buy. Oh. That's going to help matters. Picking up a kill through the smoke. Cirque's just going to back off here. And you feel they have to convert this round from this point, EG. Cirque's going to get another. And surely they're going to get their 3rd.
Yeah, I don't see what can go wrong here. I like this Cirque backs out. So many players would stay on that corner after getting the 1st, but he reroutes to a better angle. And now the orb trying to go, eats a flashbang. PKL with the flick missed and the bomb dropped. It's hard down a 1-on-5. All about damage at this point. Taking guns away. Causing post for EG, and only 1 will be what he can find. 3 rounds for EG, still in this half, still in this series, but hanging on by a thread, looking for 5 at the half is not where you want to be.
Yeah, and even if you get 5 at the half, like, that's the most rounds you can now manage, and even that is poor by all accounts. So really, not a great spot for EG, and I don't think there's any sugarcoating it, right? Even if they manage to 5-10 this half, I'm not going to be sat here rubbing my hands together going, oh boy, we got that big EG comeback. Wow, I think that went flawlessly. And I'm just going to stop talking. I kind of completely derailed my point.
As the CT side.
Yeah.
Flawless, you know? I will say, a ray of sunshine here for EG fans. That last round was where we saw Cirque start to make impact with AWP. A lot of the rounds, even the kills that he does have, of which there are not a ton, came when the round was kind of out of hand, when he was chased, saving the gun. That round he had impact right from the get-go and all the way through. This round, Breezy's lost the apartments. Look, rent costs have gone up. Couldn't hang on to the lease. Had to give it up. Fortunately for him, two of his buddies are going to move on in. Stanislav will take up residence, and paiN, they haven't seized upon it, but it does seem like they're going to fall back in towards this 8 take. They're very well positioned for it, and as we hit 50 seconds on the clock, assume that hail of utility, which they don't have a lot of, may come over to facilitate this take.
2-2 still, and Cirque waiting for that contact with the flash. It forces his ult back, and so now they know what to expect in A. Meanwhile, we could have some aggro down B for EG. They're setting up double sandbags, but that's not going to give you the info in time, and they might be left to save unless we have someone finding a multi-kill on this defense. Stan might have to be the man for the job. He's on top of the balcony, spraying, bomb dropped, and he falls out as well, evicted from those apartments and finally dealt with from above. Nekiz falls into Cirque, but he's getting wrapped on the site, and he needs a quick shot. Cirque trying to stop the bomb, jumping on the box, but so close in the smoke, and still firing off shots. It's 3 for Cirque. PKL can't deal with the flank, and man, Cirque just doing it all right now.
Yeah, great stuff out of Cirque, right? Wonderful from him up in this A-bomb site to be able to see it through. You know, he's probably a bit devastated that he doesn't cement it with the 4K, deny the bomb plot, but still, man, you put a fourth up there for your team. Regardless, as I say, you know, you're en route to a 5-10 half. I still don't think that's good enough by EG's margins. I think they needed more out of this. Been a very, very one-sided first half. And honestly, right, when you think about EG, like, this is evil geniuses for crying out loud. These guys are meant to be up there, you know, in conversation with the best team in NA. You're meant to think of EG, you're meant to think of your liquids. If EG fall to paiN in this opening series in this fashion, that puts serious doubts on where this squad's at.
Nice opener, though. Oh, to run the 3 at the end of the half would be nice. Would be quite the change of pace. Little bit of morale. Little boost here at the tail end of what's been a dismal start to Inferno. But this is going to be the lockdown. Breezy catches another. They were trying to get cheeky through the smoke. That's not going to happen, but Safety, he's here on the other side of the map.
Oh, the luck.
This could be bad.
Yeah, they can slow right down. They don't need to commit to B. They can go back for the bomb. The problem is the bomb's been locked out by Breezy. They don't know. They figured out the hard way. Nekis' flank might be all for nothing. He's going to go back for the kill, but I feel like doubling down at B might be the better option. One B player dead, one flank dead, and another B player down. They don't know. EG are retaking, but they have no idea the bomb was lost the entire time. Breezy didn't even need to go. How could he know? Very weird round. Somehow paiN pick it up, but let's not dwell on that disaster. Let's throw it to a break and come back in with the second half.
As we come back to this deciding map, the evil geniuses need to atone for their first half sins, or they're going to experience a very painful loss.
Yeah, T-side now, and all of the info in the world for Safi on that jump. We did have a triple B, but they are already running those rotates as EG meet them in the middle. Right up long into Nekis, who fires one bullet and finds a corpse at his feet. Gets another, but it's just a swift trade here for EG on this fast A-Rap with one man at long. He's got the bomb. Obo needs to get into the site quick, and he's done that with a frag on Safi at the back. It's only Bigazera, EG, looking for the comeback in this series. Bigazera, don't count him out of this round. He's got a kit. He's got plenty of time to retake, full utility. And there's a low player in the site. The nade might just do it. It's a bit deep, though. Breezy lives. And now things just got hard.
Hardzal's already dead. All going to be left to Bigazera. Has a pretty good read on 2 of these players, but there's always the ace in the hole of the apartments player. Can't dig him out. Doesn't have the time at this point. Just wants a little bit of extra capital. Not going to find it. Gets the 1 kill and dealt with. So a pistol at the very least. This is the start of a very tough journey to come back into this map, but it is a start at that for EG.
Yeah, baby steps. And the force as well, presuming it's not won by paiN, will be another notch for EG. 2 rounds for free if they win this one. Almost. But they've been the ones winning the full ecos, not the other way around, so I'm not worried yet. That being said, let's see. We've got a bit of a push. Some aggression. Safi heard on his run. Hardzal does double up, and Cirque is covered by the scout at top mid, and so he's gone. What on earth? 4 on 2. Breezy needs to clear this corner, and he does not do it. A knife maybe for PKL? No, he's just lining up the shot. Oh, this is devastating. 1 on 4. This was the ticket to a redemption for EG. Instead, it's a one-way back home.
does almost feel brutal to watch what's being done to EG in this map, right? It doesn't, it's phenomenal for paiN. They look fantastic. You got to feel great if you're a paiN fan, but knowing that this is EG team, where we talked about it in the pregame about how much pressure's on their shoulders in this group, in this bracket. It's rough. It's tough to watch. Peaks like that certainly going a long way to making their life easier over on the paiN side. And what a force. 4 alive in it. 4 players survive.
Yeah. I mean, if EG weren't feeling the burn already, that will certainly help. Get some Gaviscon for that one, boys. "12-5 and the Force is back in. It's EG's best bet. They couldn't have ecoed this one. They don't really have the room. Banana, maybe we got those flashes being lined up. Still more than enough utility in the B-bomb site being held onto. And EG, they're just going to pop in with a couple of smokes, a single flashbang. But there are mollies being held by Neckers and a smoke for Bigazera down at the right time as the smokes go over. You've got to commit if you're EG. It's all your grenades. The molly gets wasted. It goes off in the smoke. That's a massive chance for EG, but they need to make it happen now. They need to move into the site and into the spawn. Breezing with a tap. Neckers blinded off his teammate's flash, peaks too early, and he gets overwhelmed by the triple peak in the pit. What is happening? EG have flipped the script yet again, winning a force buy right now. It's not done yet. There's 3 rifles to retake, but EG have so much control.
First, many more needed. Here's the swing. The timing's good. It's a 1-for-1, but that's fine for Breezy, who bought them so much time as well. And there's the peak from Mihu. Down to the clutch. Rifle in the hands of Obo, and he's going to be able to run this through. Had the armor, had the gun. Gets them back on track. Just barely, but it's enough. Another opportunity here for EG, a second life.
Oh, how are they hanging on? How are they hanging on? I don't know. That missed molly from paiN is everything, though. Neckers throws it into the smoke, drop to the top of B. Without that, like, EG were going regardless of the molly or not. They would have got melted. Instead, they've been given another chance and now forced up from paiN. And they're feeling it as well. Oh, Breezy running up mid with a double, and that's the round. That's the A site open for business. Mihu might die a banana, but that's just more info that there's multiple players at B. And so EG, well, they're not clearing everything. They're remaining aware that there could be a player tucked in a corner in a hidey hole looking at the ground, but they don't need to be worried. They found a 7th.
At least there's a gun for PKL. Something to take from it. If these 3 guns survive, that's something to work with in the next round. But yeah, we've got a game on our hands, it seems.
Yes. I mean, EG's T sides have been good today. That is something to fall back on, right? Nuke, they win it out 8-7. Vertigo, they close the map on it. So, if you were ever going to believe, now would be the time to do it. Buy low, sell high. And right now, EG stocks are a pound a penny.
Buy the dip. EG to the moon.
Maybe. Only 5 rounds behind. And we got another eco before we get there.
Only if the moon's in the lower bracket, guys. Am I right?
Ooh,
Just keep things spicy.
Yeah,
Now that would be the dip.
Yeah, the drop off a cliff.
Now here's my question for you before this execute comes in. Oh, might be happening. Might have to shut up. Nope.
Nope. You can ask me. You can ask me.
All right, are you a Galil guy or a Famos guy? They're both awful. But which one's less awful?
Oh, Galil's less awful for me. Cheaper, more armor pen, easier spray, although, you know, I'm not out here learning the Galil spray. That's cringe. Unless you're a pro, obviously, in which case fair play. But FAMAS spray is gross. Harry's a bit of a FAMAS user, you know, or he tried it. He liked the burst a little bit, but really, yeah, everyone agrees they're both bad. And that's why I think, you know, Galil users, FAMAS users, we can all agree that both weapons suck. And I think that's the bottom.
I mean, look, the Galil's made it the longest into this round, so I think that proves supremacy at this point.
Yeah, even PKL's got one man, so what does that teach you?
Mate, out of the two, the Galil is far better.
Yeah.
You know, more ammo.
Cheaper.
Just feels
way
nicer,
like
way cheaper.
It's 1800.
I will say the burst FAMAS. You know,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I've
okay.
seen it. I have seen it in the server, so I'm not against it, Harry.
I think that if you dedicated some time to learning the burst FAMAS, it is good for like.
Can't do that with the burst.
No, you know, and it's almost like a Deagle-esque gun when you're using the burst on it, right? It's great for like getting a kill, sniping a man down, and then you know having a refight.
Yeah.
But the issue there is that like you're having to learn a whole new thing just for having a gun that basically does the job the Deagle does for more money. So
I was gonna say,
yeah,
buy a scout, buy a Deagle if you want to burst fire the FAMAS. Four rounds. That's all that separates these two teams now. I'm starting to believe. Do you guys believe yet?
Let's see. We haven't seen proper full rifles, right? It's been very back and forth. We've had some force buys being won. Like, you know, it's got to stabilize eventually if EG are going to win it. So let's see how these gun rounds go. We also haven't had the AWP, and this round is not one of them either. So I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. I'm going to wait to see some more gun rounds. Right now, though, yeah, EG, good stuff. Some force wins, and they're reaping the rewards.
We do have nice new colorful chickens to count before they hatch.
That is a big, yeah, that's a big talking point. What's everyone think of the chickens?
I like that they got some love, although now that they look more real when players shoot them and kill them,
yeah,
that's just even more uncalled for than it was before.
I think I'm just waiting now that there's multiple colors of chickens for the iconic moment in a huge game, perhaps in a certain major that's coming up somewhere down the line, where a player gives away their position by shooting. Neck is a big doing some damage, but it's all Neckies. Does take two.
Yeah.
Gives him the advantage here.
Big Zara, you know, just tries to make an audacious play by pushing through the smoke. Neckies was the safe pair of hands that was meant to keep this round under wraps, but now dead through the smoke, and Safey dead as well. It's left onto Hardzao, 1v3. He's got to save. EG are in with 9, and I mean, that was a pretty ugly round for paiN. Really nice stuff out of Neckies. Big Zera, his death, I can forgive it, right? He's just trying to run through that top banana smoke, cause some chaos. And Neckies keeps it in the advantage of paiN, but past that, while there's a solo CT player that dies to the boost, that one I think is also pretty forgivable. Neckies then at that moment tries to spray the smoke, hoping for a trade. I would have loved to have seen him just fall off and wait, right, to play retake there. Because the moment he dies through the smoke, everyone's fixated on Banana and CT, the only two remaining players coming from both of those spots. The round ends in a save, and EG are now picking up some momentum. It feels like paiN just want to get this over and done with, and I think that eagerness to fight is now starting to turn this against them.
Well, let's see if it comes back to bite them, because we have another eco. Double digits looking likely here for EG, and suddenly you start to forget the fact that this was dominant for paiN, that they were in full control, that they 11-4'd the half. Right now, they need rounds.
Love this on the half wall. There's a player close up. I don't think Hardzao realizes that Mihu's so close, but it's going to be a question of who gets the first shot there. Or if a flashbang comes over. An attempt to deep smoke. Now they know. Now they know. Mihu gets the punish. It's not the player up top, but now he'll find him. It's Mihu's collection station. He's taking them all into his pockets. That's the site lost. That's the bomb down. That was their one rifle in the round. That should be said round over and done with. And to the point that Breezy's even going to chase with the clock. Because that's the way he's feeling now. So the juices are starting to flow here for EG. And that's going to be double digits. That's going to be them drawn within just 2. We'll get this gun round, right? We should have this op as well for safety. We should have a proper gun buy. But this is where paiN need to convince me that they can actually win on the defense here.
Yeah, we talked about how, you know, bringing in one new player, especially like an EU import into an NA team, can't be the one thing to fix that team, and it can't have everyone relying on miHu to be the answer as to why EG have been having these problems. But gotta say, having him in the team, it looks like it's adding firepower. Obviously, big boost to Phil with Tarek there, but at least miHu has experience, right? He's played plenty of top events. He's played, you know, plenty of top teams in his time. So I think it's really exciting. This guy's looking very, very comfortable, far better than the inaugural games in EU as well. Those are some great grenades for EG to find free damage, and that will keep Big Uzera honest on B as EG set up on this A site. Orb is ready. We haven't had it yet. Safi holding on the short side. Missed shot. PKL opens up. He's trapped in the boiler, and they hound him down. Stanislaw with the entry. Hardzao going to re-aggress. He might have a backstab here. They're not considering it. There it's a frag from Hardzao. The lineup for Safi, and he takes one more. 1v2 in the site right now. He's getting trapped in between players, and he's dropped the bomb. That might be the round with a bomb so far out on Moto. He's even jump spotting with a pistol. Get him out. Get them out. Safi with 3.
That's the difference maker right there. Big green comes out for Safi, and it's just a whole different ball game. He's so good with that AWP. Locks it down, 3 kills in total. Even had a missed shot in there, but still comes up with the big numbers. And there we go. There's that first proper gun round you were looking for. And paiN deliver.
Oh, now it's back in the air again, though, right? A loss in this round would have some pretty devastating consequences. Start to kind of signal the demise of EG's money. They would be fine to sustain one more loss, but past that, man, they're on the chopping block. So this is a big round now for paiN. This is how you can tee yourself up very, very nicely to win this series, win your opener in this phase. Hardzao going to open the round up with a kill through smoke, and flashed in at top banana was Big Zera, who gets that spot and now knows that the plan originally was for EG to hit this B bomb site. paiN are feeling right on the money with this triple B stack. They're keeping it here for now, but as the silence builds over towards banana, we might see them move a player back, and that's beginning to happen. You can see Safety making his way back in towards this A bomb site. 3 players going to be set up here. You've got 1 man faking a B play. The rest of EG are out in top mid.
They're going to test the op again. They're going to test him. It was so deadly in the last. He's got an opportunity to shut this round down again. They're going to come through. Are they just going to chill in the smoke? They are. Stan's going to try and win this duel. If he's ready for it, gets the kill, doesn't get traded either. Such a good play here. Now he's able to stay alive. There is that one lurk trying to throw a fake, but I think it's a little too late. 20 seconds. It seems like they're just going to fall back into a B hit, and they'll have no time, and now no oboe.
Yeah, it's going to be a save. Cirque was holding the cubby there on long for Stan, just trying to cover if there was a swing after the smoke, but he was, I guess, more shallow, so Safi could have just peeked him, taken the kill, and Stan can't trade that frag. It's really unfortunate. Oboe gets smoke spammed at B, and that's a round for paiN Gaming. They may have been a quiet start on this CT side, right? Remember the 11-4 at the half, but they're getting there. 2 rounds in a row. An awful situation for EG, considering they have to save guns in a T-side rifle round. You never want to be in that position, but they do have enough money to fall back on, get Cirque that orb, get everyone armed and dangerous. It's here and now. It's do or die. They played for OT. Was it back on Vertigo? Yes. No, sorry, on you. I'm lost. Regardless, the orb is back up, and Cirque is taking serious space at B early. There's no utility down here for paiN. They're holding onto it all.
Yeah, they're back outside of B again, right? Once again with this solo man lurking on the other side of the map. You're hoping to get a bit more out of Stanislaw here, right? A lot of the times this lurk has just been shut down accomplishing very, very little. Well, the B play started to happen, but there isn't a CT smoke. What is going on, EG? What's happening? Big Zera's just allowed to fight them through CT. Oh, that's brutal, man. This isn't how it should be falling apart.
Well,
Just Stanislaw
a large
left.
woman is doing a vocal cord warm-up, I think, Harry. I think that's what's going on, mate.
That's what it's sounding like, right?
Yeah. We all
They're
love
playing
a
the wrap-up
day at the
music.
opera. Yeah, but that's just a horrible round for EG. Like, I just don't even understand how that's allowed to happen. Crazy. And now that might cost them the whole series. Not a great buy going into this must-win round. Meanwhile, over for paiN. They've got everything they need to close this out now.
Yeah, this
Down
is the
fast
best
play.
chance that you're going to have to close this game, right, and get it over the line. That is not the start you wanted, though. Going 4-on-5 down is actually massive, right? Up against these kind of forces, the last thing you want is for these guys to pick up a man advantage, because now the pressure's on you, and you want to start re-extending your foothold on the map, but in doing so, matters have gotten worse. The kills come in for EG. They rush down the A bomb site. Big Zera and Nekiz left alive, left to try and have a bit of a say. And Big Zera cuts down the first. Oh, make it a double on this rotation. And suddenly it's flipped back into a 1v2. Obo with the bomb plant at least is something. But his troubles are just beginning. He's now got to approach this clutch to keep it alive for EG. Down with the first man. Big Zera beheaded. But Nekiz is still a question mark, still an unknown entity. He's taken up position at the short side. The ghost of paiN. You just dealt with an enemy here. Well, now there's another. Obo isn't peeking, he's playing this well, just hiding, playing around this bomb. Nekiz gonna smoke it, in with the tap, and the backstab is good. Obo sees that clutch through to the very end and keeps EG alive.
Yeah, perfect reposition there as well. Once he got the first kill, you knew he'd won it. No trade allowed, and Obo just gets to pick wherever he wants to go. 15-11, this game goes on, the fight continues. EG won't let go. Can paiN grab it out of their hands? This time no orb for Cirque. But Safi, you all know he's got his back in control. Cirque's going to take the risky move up middle, but no one's peeking it. You say that, not for long. Mihu's gone to the orb as Safi takes a late bench look in from short side, and even Apartment's getting controlled. The spam and the smoke hearts out finds a freebie, and there's no one here to trade. They're going to try and swing it. Oh, PKL could have kept this even further in the advantage, but he doesn't want to dig a hole, and so he bails. There's nothing wrong with that. Very close to killing Obo, who wouldn't have cleared him. But even so, they just cut their losses, right? They just... Or even better, they quit while they're ahead. They take the 5-on-3, they get back into the A site, and they force EG to execute. You want it? Come get it.
I was going to say no losses to speak of to this point. It's looking very dangerous, dire for EG. They're going to come into this alley hit. It's going to get overwhelmed. The trade is there for Hard Zao. Now the op can come into the angle and actually pushing the flank. They clear out the pit, though. A chance for a plant. A chance for this round at that. Still down in the numbers. They'll get the numbers punched in here. The retake will be on. Safi's going to reposition in the apartments. Doesn't have the health for a sustained fight, but he'll try and come out in on the back of his teammates. They're using their utility to clear a bit of space, but there's Safi coming back in. That Op Spectre's been haunting them all onto Obo. This clutch even bigger now to keep his team alive, and he will not be able to pull it off. It's paiN to pull off a massive upset to kick off Phase 3 here at Summit. Oh, we'll be back after this break.
Welcome back to the CS Summit 8. We have just seen the first upset of this particular phase of the tournament, and EG have lost to paiN Gaming. We're gonna break that down, but like I'm kind of aghast. I mean, I'm not saying you can underestimate paiN by any stretch of the imagination, but surely this is as easy a game as EG are going to get at this RMR, right?
Yeah, well, at least in this group, right? Oplano, maybe EG can battle them down in that lower bracket if we do get that matchup. But man, yeah, we were hoping for more from EG. I never want to take it away from paiN, right? Like, they are the underdogs, they are the hungry ones, they are the ones who have been prepping hard for this game. For EG, right, it's just more of an expectation, right? We know what this team can do, we know what these players can do. But back in NA, even with me, who are looking pretty all right as well, especially in that second map, like, we just didn't get the EG we wanted. Obo had a nice recovery after a very slow start and internet problems as well. Again, I want to throw out a big respect to paiN Gaming for initially delaying the game on their own accord to allow EG to get all 5 players in the server, and it doesn't come back to bite them, Richard. It's it's no caveat for this win. It's a well-earned victory for paiN Gaming. They were destroying to start Inferno, if you remember that 11-4 half. We even got the score here now. I mean, these guys are here for gold. They're here for everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so insane, like the start they got off to as well. They go 10-2 down, and I don't think, best will in the world, while I think this is a more T-sided map just because of the economy, I don't think you can let that much slide and expect to win. I mean, in a way, I'm almost as amazed it was as close as it was by the end.
Yeah, I mean, it could have just it could have very easily been like some 16-6, 16-7 kind of scoreline, right? The fact that they're able to salvage anything is impressive enough, but there's no denying that leaving yourself set up with the first half that bad meant that there was just never much hope moving into the second half of play. You needed some individuals to play the best CS they've played all damn day in the third map, in the last half, and that's a pretty tall order to make. Really, it's just impressive from paiN, man, to see them come into this phase and start off immediately where they left it, ending phase 2, right, with more success going their way. I do think this is a very exciting team, one that is going to give a lot of these teams, I imagine, a run for their money. I don't think you can sleep on paiN Gaming, and for EG, man, they might be eyeing up an early exit. It maybe wouldn't surprise me at this point in time.
Well, Darth, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Your treacherous prediction has come true.
I don't think it was that treacherous. Again, I mean, you saw it. You saw in this matchup.
I just meant as a traitor to your country. I didn't mean it was treacherous.
That
in
is
the sense
true.
That
I am a traitor to my country, but it turns out that I was correct in being a traitor to my country. But I mean, I think even in that last map we were talking about it, you were surprised that it got so close. The story of that second half was they ran the rounds off of the pistol and the force buys when it was messy, but as soon as that op came out, as soon as the utility was there, paiN was in control. It wasn't just paiN winning in one style of gameplay. They weren't just out dueling or they weren't out calling. It was both factors. They brought the firepower and they seemed to have the reads. They seemed to have the call. They seemed to have the positioning, and they had fantastic mid-rounding as well. Saw multiple rounds where it was kind of lost in the middle there for EG on all 3 maps, to be quite frank. Yeah. And when EG did have a read, say that pistol round where they had 3 players waiting for the apartment pop, well, they fumbled the execution. It was all phases of the game where paiN Gaming, they looked like the better team. If you didn't know who was the favorite going into this, you would have assumed paiN was the more established veteran team because that's the way they looked.
Well, we're going to talk to one of those players now. We've got Nekiz joining us again. Feel like you're the 5th Beatle. You should be on the sofa with us all the time. paiN Gaming just keep on winning. Out of all the big results you've had, how does that one rate?
We are feeling super good right now. We really thought that we were going to win this game. We are super confident for this tournament and for the major run. So yeah.
Presuming that Furia go forward in their next game and you guys get to face them like I'm sure you're hoping, you obviously played them back at DreamHack in Europe. What's going to change? Did you learn a lot from that matchup? And if you get to play them again, how are you going to approach it without giving too much away?
I don't know. I feel like against Furia we did a little mistakes that cost the game. We lose, if I'm not wrong, two 16-12, but it was a close game, both games. So yeah, I don't think we're going to change nothing. We are going to just improve our things that we have, and that's it. We are super confident against them, and if not against Plano, which we never played against, we are super confident too.
Neckers, man, you said something the other day that interested me. You said it's like out of all the Brazilian teams, you guys are one of the least popular, and that's kind of what it feels like, right? If you could say anything to the fans that have been supporting you all, if you could get any new fans, what would you like to tell them about your team? Like to try and get some more folks on the paiN gaming train.
Actually, we never thought a lot about this, but it's something that happened, right? Like we're getting good results back in I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, but we didn't have no one talking about us. And then we played the close qualifier, nobody talking about us, not even fan base. I'm talking about like casters and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, we are doing our job, we are qualifying, and now we beat TG, and now we are going to major for sure.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Listen, I gotta say, I think the more and more we watch you, I think you guys are getting better with each game. You're saying that you're gonna go to the major for sure. Are there any teams here that you are afraid of? Is there any team you're a little bit worried about playing?
Not really. We know that there's a lot of good teams here in NA. We have Liquid, we have Furia, we have the EG team. So, but we are not afraid. We won against EG, against Liquid too, but we never won against Furia for sure. But we're beating the good teams.
Oh, sorry, Dolph. I was just going to do the last question and then let him go away. I was just going to ask, obviously, the other game in the group will be between Furia and Plano. Any preference there? Do you have any insight into who you think the better team of those two is and who might win?
Yeah, the better team for sure is Furia. They're the most of the time playing with them. So, in my opinion, Fury is gonna win, but it's gonna be a great match. It's a Brazilian derby; everything can happen. So, yeah, but I don't have any preferences for this game. Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, I'm sure you'll be watching it with great interest, like us, obviously vested interest. But just want to say one more time, congratulations on a huge victory for paiN Gaming, and no doubt we'll see you next time around.
Thank you very much, guys.
No worries. Yeah, I mean, look, Nekis brings up a good point. We people do seem to underestimate this paiN Gaming. They keep beating all the big names. People might forget they did beat Liquid at that DreamHack qualifier, right?
It's like I don't know how many more teams they have to, like, who's even left for them to beat in NA? Like what, Furia, I guess, is the only squad left. And who knows, if they have their way, maybe that's a matchup they're getting sooner rather than later.
I'll jump on that quickly though, because I will say there is a certain benefit to being, an underdog or having less expectation on your shoulders. Like, people aren't going to be prepping as much for you. The more attention you get, I think it's going to be interesting to see this paiN squad when they start going into the series as favorites, and I mean favorites against good teams. There's going to be a whole different, pressure that they've never experienced before. So I wonder how they'll deal with that pressure when they get there. It's not far off, I'll say that much.
Yeah, I think you also see. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's exactly what Furia went through as well, right? I mean, the same thing, underestimated and they took over. Go on, Darth, I'll let you get in. I feel like I've cut you off twice now.
Oh, no worries. I was just going to say, I feel like we saw it in the veto there from EG, where they really did give them a very favorable veto coming through. It's a team that when you feel like you're the favorite, you're going to pick your best maps and not really worry as much about what your opponents are doing. Maybe you don't do as much prep as you said, and we saw them punished for it. This is a paiN Gaming that is here to play on the world stage. They're a very good team, and if people continue to underestimate them, we're just going to run all over this tournament.
All right. Well, look, if you're watching still, I hope you are. We want to let you know about a giveaway that we're doing. You can go and check out the BTS giveaway, which you can enter if you just go to that link that's on your screen. It's a chance to win some cool Beyond the Summit merchandise and a StatTrak AK-47 skin from our sponsor, Vibet. The contest will be open right the way through to May 30th and will end 1 minute before midnight Pacific time. So make sure you go and check that out. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a break and get geared up for the next game, which promises to be another crazy one. I said I think this is most upset potential out of today's games. Extra Salt versus Extremum. We're going to find out whether or not it's going to be a real bad day for the US of A. So make sure you join us after this break.